if you are not passionate, or if you are not at least super interested with what you are doing, and you're not willing to learn what you are doing, and you're just making it because you want to make more money, you're going to lose your spark. Digital marketing requires consistency, and it requires passion, desire in doing things, willingness to learn every single day. And if you're just going to focus on what makes you the most money, or what makes you money, probably you need a job. Welcome to the episode 2 of the Marketer's Lounge podcast. This is your host, Demi, Bernice. Welcome. Do you like the new hair? If you're watching this on YouTube, of course, because you're not going to be able to see it if you're on Spotify. You know, some perks of like watching it on YouTube. But whatever, it's cool. If you're not seeing it, this is just something new, rather. I just put this on. I was like, oh my God. I was curling my hair, and the way I curl my hair is that I divide it into divisions. Does that make sense? Yeah, I divide it, and then the first thing that gets straightened is the last part going up. And when I was in the last part, I was like, this looks good. I'm going to keep this right here. So that's why I have a ponytail at the back or whatever. But it's just a thing, something that I discovered. So hello and welcome to the second episode of the Marketer's Lounge podcast. I talk too much, don't I? And with the last episode, it was a little bit chill and, just me sharing stories with you guys. This time is a proper lesson on marketing, because we are going to be talking about digital marketing 101. So for the people who heard the word but don't fully understand what it is, let us dive right into it by defining what digital marketing really is. So first things first, if we're talking about marketing, this basically means spreading the word of a certain product that you're going to sell. It's letting other people know that, hey, I own this product and this will help you improve your life in some way, shape, or form, and I want you to buy this from me for this amount. It's basically spreading the word to more people, ensuring that people know that you are actually selling something. And now, when you put the word digital on it, it's basically doing the same thing, but this time through the technical stuff, through the technology that we have, whatever that is, mainly on the internet. All right. So you can do digital marketing inside the interwebs. And it's a lot easier in a way, because back in the day, you are supposed to knock on people's doors, right? And tell them, hey, I actually have this product. Would you be interested? And then, of course, people are going to slam the doors on you, not talk to you, all those things, which is very, number one, inefficient, because it's super time consuming. You don't know how many doors you have knocked already. You don't know how many doors are going to accept you. It's basically the same thing with digital marketing too. It's just that you are not knocking on doors this time. You're knocking on people's social media feeds or devices, mobile devices, basically. So that's what digital marketing is about. Now, in layman terms, what I'm talking about is that digital marketing is basically marketing through the interwebs, or using the technology that we have right now in this techno era, and using that to spread the word of a certain product or an item that you are selling, whether that is physical or a digital product. A lot of people have started creating digital products and, understanding the awesomeness of not having to have an inventory, which you usually do on a physical product, or hiring people for manpower, which you would usually do for a physical product or a physical business. So a lot of those things, it's a lot easier in a way. It's a lot more efficient. People like me who are nerdy and techie really like digital marketing, because just the efficiency of it and not being tied into, certain physical activities and just staying at home. Like this video, for example, I'm in my house. I have my own studio. I'm recording a video and then sending it out to you guys wherever you are in the world so that you can listen to this. All right. So that is awesome. That is what digital marketing is. So let's talk about the branches of digital marketing. And a lot of people don't really understand that there are actually branches. They just think that this is like a whole thing. I want to do digital marketing because it makes me a lot of money and it's easy and it's efficient and I don't need to go out of the house, but I don't really fully understand what it is. But digital marketing, I want to do it. Let's go. So that's the usual reaction of the people that are planning to dive into this industry. But let me tell you, that is not how it works, okay? So it does sound cool that you can just stay at home and earn money while you quote unquote sleep, but you have to also understand that digital marketing has its branches, and you have to choose in one of those branches or in one of those sub niches so that you can earn money from it. You can't just become a digital marketer and try to juggle 7, 10, 12 different things that are included in the spectrum of digital marketing. So first branch is service-based business. What's good about digital marketing is that a service-based business these days, you don't even need to face your client in person. So you can offer them a service through email, message, or whatever, and then you can give them the product that they want. And when we're talking about service-based business, the examples are number one, digital agency, right? So this is an agency or a group of people that is going to give you what you need in terms of online business. A digital agency can compose a bunch of VAs that are going to do graphic design, website design, all of these things for you. Or it could also be a specific digital agency on a specific niche. For example, Design Pickle is a digital agency that is composed of a bazillion designers and is there to design stuff for you for a certain fee. So that can also be an example. So you can either become a digital agency composed of multiple services that is catering one specific market. You can do that for better or ensuring that you have the most money, right? Because let me tell you, some people don't really believe that niching down is important, but I tell my students time and time again that the riches is in the niches. The riches is in the niches because if you are specializing on something, you are viewed as a more important person. You're viewed as premium because you actually specialize on that. You have took years, months, and hundreds of hours of training in order to create a very specific service. And people always want to look for the best, whether they like it or not, even if they can afford it or not, they would always look for what's best for them, quote unquote. And what's best for them is not always the best for everyone. Right. So people always look for the best. People always look for the premium price or for someone who can do the best work at a premium, regardless if they can afford it or not. Okay. So that's why I'm saying riches is in the niches, is because, people actually look for the best. So I've read this in Seth Godin's book, The Dip. So in The Dip, Seth was saying that if my best friend has cancer, I would look for the best doctor in town, whether I can afford it or not, because I need to save that person's life. That person should be a doctor with a specialty of cancer, all these things, because it's a huge problem that needs to be solved. It's the same thing with any service-based business, that if you specialize on something and you're known as the best at it, okay, so not only do you specialize on it, but you are also the best at it, and being the best at it is easily attainable by, of course, training yourself again and again and rendering at least an hour a day in sharpening your skill. Well, you really are going to make a lot of money on it. yeah, going back to the sub niche of a service-based business, which is digital agency. All right. The second one is freelancing. So the difference between having a digital agency and freelancing is that usually when you are freelancing, you're solo, okay? You're doing a solo flight right there. And when you start hiring people, then you are starting to form your own agency. So they're basically kind of the same thing. The difference, just a little, is that the number of people that is working on that specific project or task. A freelancer is usually on call. They are not tied on a specific contract. So if you're going to tell me that you have a boss and you are supposed to render certain hours in a day, but you work from home, you are not freelancing, darling. So if you have been familiar with the videos that I have been producing on the Facebook page for a while now, I keep on telling people that there's a difference between freelancing and home-based jobs. So do not tell me that you are a freelancer just because you work from home. Freelancers are on call. So always on call. They are only working when the client needs them. Okay, they are not tied to a specific contract. Of course, you are supposed to have a contract when you are a freelancer because you're rendering project from one person to another and there is a money that is being risked. But what I'm talking about when I say tied to a contract is when you are employed by someone else, render a certain hours, supposed to log in at this time of the day, that kind of stuff. So you are not freelancing. Okay? Alrighty. So speaking of freelancing, if you do not know yet, the in-demand course Create and Rise Academy is now open 24/7, 365. You can go to createandriseacademy.com and check if CRA is for you. That is my flagship course. We teach people how to do freelancing there the right way. And usually our goal is to hit 100K a month without the help of freelancing sites like freelancer.com or Upwork. We do not do that. We usually really do digital marketing in itself, in a sense that we find clients on Facebook groups, Google, YouTube, all these social media platforms, and we hunt them from there. That's why we call them client hunt. So those things are something that I'm leaving behind, and we are still offering it as a course because people still need them, apparently. So if you want to become a freelancer or a service provider, starting with your very own mini company, being on call, not working on a specific time of the day, not working on specific number of hours, freelancing might be for you. You can check us out at createandriseacademy.com. Plug ended. And so let us go to the next branch of digital marketing, which is education or e-learning. So we're talking about education or e-learning, and the two branches or the sub-branches of that is online courses and consultations. So very self-explanatory. A lot of people who knows me might have already known that the one that I plugged just a little bit earlier is my flagship online course. And I also have a consultation that I just launched recently wherein you can talk to me one-on-one and consult with me with regards to your business. So if you have questions about your online business, you can also go to demibernice.com/coaching. Again, that's demibernice.com/coaching. I'm just putting it out there. But let's go back to what education or e-learning really is. So this is usually made for people who have mastered the craft or the skill that they have and have decided to share it to other people too. The thing with having an online course is that there are a lot of technicalities that you need to understand. It's just not simply recording a video or writing an answer sheet or writing a worksheet for your students. It's not just simply, putting yourself out there trying to teach people what you know. It's a lot of it is usually technical stuff, like literally building your landing pages, building your membership site, building your membership site or membership portal rather. So all of those things are super technical, and it can actually overwhelm someone. Now, what's the good thing about consultation is that you can simply hop in on a Zoom call or a Google Meet call, and then you can start teaching that person or answer that person's question. But it's also very time consuming. So you can only cater how many people in a month or in a day, because of course you need to sleep, eat, whatever else you want to do, right? There are things that you can do in life. So there are only a few hours in a day, and let's say you're going to render 1 hour per consultation session. So yeah, 8 hours of sleep. There's only 2 hours for eating or whatever. So you can only render 14 hours of consultation per day without any breaks. So that's crazy. But of course, it also is a good place to make money. But then people wouldn't ask for your advice or your consultation if they do not know you as an expert. So if you are planning to open a consultation session, or whatever that is, consultations with the audience that you currently have, just make sure that those people actually view you as an expert. This would mean, right? So if you're asking, okay, so I want to do that, but how can I position myself as an expert? Produce a lot of content. Let people know that you are a master of your craft by producing content like this. So you can produce video or audio, podcast, whatever that may be. And then before they ask you if can I book a consultation session with you, redirect them to those contents first to see if you are a good match. Because you guys don't want to be in a call wherein you guys are fighting. So you just want to make sure that that person who's trying to book a call with you is in the same wavelength as you. And of course, they're not going to book a call with you if they are not, right? So that's a good thing about producing content about the subject that you are an expert of. People actually see you for who you are. People would know exactly what you are thinking and how you are solving problems for people through the content that you are producing. So if you are solving problems for the people that are watching or consuming your content, then most likely if they're impressed by that, they're going to book a call with you. All right. So going back a little bit to online courses, there are people that are very much willing to learn the technical stuff because apparently you can definitely learn them. And it's a lot easier to produce online courses today compared to the ones that have pioneered creating courses back in the day. Literally today, you don't need to code anything. You just need to pay for a software monthly, which would cost you money, of course. And you can just drag and drop things today. Click upload, write a description. You got an online course right there. Back in the day, Jesus Christ, if I remember it correctly, I remember someone who produced an online course back in 2000. Year 2000. I was only 5 years old by then. And he had to code everything from scratch with HTML. I'm like, how the hell would you do that? It's crazy. There's just this blank page that is white and hyperlinks. So module 1, hyperlink to this video, and then you're going to be able to see the video and whatever. I'm like, huh? That is crazy. That is nuts. All right. So at least today, if you are an online course creator, it's a lot easier. Okay, you just need to figure out the technicalities of how to use and navigate around that software, but it's not as difficult as it was before. The good thing also about online courses is that you can produce it once and then you are allowed to just keep it there. Like literally, you can distribute it to thousands of people without having to re-record a session over again. Isn't that awesome? I think that's cool. I really think that's cool. That's one of the things that is, super highly amazing with digital marketing, is that you can produce a product once and distribute it multiple times as long as it's still relevant. Next branch of digital marketing is e-commerce. Alrighty, so e-commerce with sub-branches that are called selling digital products and selling physical products through digital marketing. So e-commerce, you already know the pioneers of this one. We have WooCommerce, we have Shopify. Is it called Shopify? It is. It is called Shopify. I know what Shopify is. I'm just a little bit confused of Shopify and Spotify. I had to confirm it in my brain, like right that second. So yes, those are the two branches or sub-branches of e-commerce, which is another branch of digital marketing. So with e-commerce, you may choose to sell digital products or digital assets. I'm going to give you an example apart from an online course, right? Because we're talking about e-commerce now, meaning there are multiple items or products in your store that you're going to sell. Compared to an online course, it is a digital product, but this is like a one whole thing, right? In e-commerce, there are multiple items and multiple products, right? You can also still create them once and redistribute it again and again and again. I'm going to give you an example of that kind of e-commerce store, Creative Market. Creative Market sells digital assets like brushes, website themes, icons, business card mock-ups, fonts, all these things. Those are digital assets. Same thing with Envato, that is also selling music, right? They're also selling a digital copy of music that is being produced by this person. All of these things, those are digital assets. And you put that in a store, people are going to come in, they buy it, right? You just need to create it once and then they can buy it again and again and again and again for a certain license. Right? So that is selling digital products or digital assets on the e-commerce end. Of course, selling physical products through the use of digital marketing is also possible. So I remember ordering a bikini from one of the Shopify stores here in the Philippines. I think it's called Eighth Mermaid. So hi, shout out. So I went to their Shopify store. It's so easy to get in. Like, it's also very wonderfully designed. It's not super, super fancy like how I want it to be, but it's so easy to navigate into their store, even if you're on mobile. What's good is also they have a system wherein you can pay through GCash, PayMaya, or bank transfer. And then I don't know how they do that internally, but once the person receives it, then they proceed to the shipping, all these things. Like it's a lot more hassle basically when you are having a digital product, because inventory, and then you have to make sure that when there's a checkout that is notified via your Shopify app, then you need to fulfill that checkout item, right? Is that what it's called? Yeah, you need to fulfill that order rather, and then ship it to them. So there are a lot of internal physical things that are happening apart from the customer checking out the item. So unlike with digital product, wherein once they check out the item, they automatically receive it right then and there. There is nothing else that you need to do after that. That's one of the things that I really like about having digital products, is that, oh my God, a purchase is made, they receive their product, you got your money, they got their item, all done. When it comes to a physical product, however, a purchase is made, they have to pay, and then you need to fulfill the order, you need to ship it to them. It would take them days before they can receive their product. I'm giving you ideas here, okay? So I hope that you are taking note of this. Alrighty. And then one of the last branches, I'm not saying that this is the final and only branch of digital marketing, but of course we are limited in terms of time. I only need to put I can only put 4 branches or talk about 4 branches of digital marketing in this episode. And perhaps maybe in the next episodes, we can come back to this and enlarge the list a little bit more. So with the last branch of digital marketing that we're going to discuss in this episode, we have affiliate marketing. So this one is something that people do if they do not want to create any product, whether that is digital or whether that is physical, and they just really want to resell it. Okay? And then once they resell it, they can get a certain percentage of commission. The seller or the person who created the product is going to give a percentage to the person who is reselling it, and then everybody is happy, basically. So that is cool. People do that in a lot of ways. There are softwares back in the day where you can do it, like ClickBank, automatic. You can just find a certain product that you want to promote on your blog, website, or whatever, and then you're going to get a link. So. The most famous affiliate marketing software that is out there is Amazon. So it's very easy for you to register through Amazon Associates. That's what they call their affiliate program. And then you get a certain percentage of commission if you promote a certain product inside Amazon store. What's awesome is that you can niche down further, right? So for example, you are producing a certain type of content, you have an audience of yours, and then you wish to promote a certain product under a very specific niche that is being sold in Amazon. I'm going to make it clearer. You are producing video content about videos and filming and YouTube, right? So you're filming videos about it. Perfect example, Sean Cannell of Think Media. So that person, Sean, he does a lot of videos about making videos online, and then he promotes what? Gadgets. So one of the smartest things that he does is that he promotes expensive items. And so that would also mean that the commission that he is getting is also huge. So think about it. If you are promoting a $3,000 camera, Sean is probably getting $500 per purchase. And how many people are purchasing that specific camera through his link? Probably a lot, because he has a lot of YouTube subscribers. And people trust Sean now as an expert who's going to lead them to the items that are awesome, right? So that's basically what affiliate marketing is. You are telling people that this is good, this is a good product, buy this. And then if they click through your link, the owner of that specific product or item is going to give you a percentage of commission. A lot of people have tried to do affiliate marketing for a long time. I've tried to do it myself, but it also does cost you time. It takes a while to get traction because you really need an audience when you are trying to do affiliate marketing. You need to produce content too, right? So it all boils down, a lot of the things that we talked about today all boils down to creating content. So we are in an era where we're just scrolling through social media, trying to buy ourselves some time if we're lonely, depressed, or sad, hoping you're not in that kind of situation. But if you're not doing anything, basically, and you're scrolling through social media, you are consuming content. And I would always say this again and again. If you are seeing yourself consuming content for 2 hours or more in a single day, you probably want to ask yourself, would I be able to create content 2 hours per day and have someone consume it instead? Because then you are not the consumer anymore. You're passing it on to another person, and then you can start monetizing your genius, right? So now you have a basic background of what digital marketing is and where it's going and the branches of it. Next question you probably have in mind is, which of the following makes you most money? So that is very cool, Demi. I love that you have a list of the things that we can do through digital marketing, but I want to know which of these things actually make the most money. Let me tell you, dear, that question is actually a wrong question. It's the wrongest, I think. It's the wrongest question that you're going to ask yourself when you're going through this industry, okay? Because if you are not passionate, or if you are not at least super interested with what you are doing and you're not willing to learn what you are doing and you're just making it because you want to make more money, you're going to lose your spark. Digital marketing requires consistency, and it requires passion, desire in doing things, willingness to learn every single day. And if you're just going to focus on what makes you the most money or what makes you money, probably you need a job, okay? Because the idea of digital marketing is that we now have an avenue to make money through the things that we like. And if we like that very thing, most likely we're going to be doing it for a long period of time. If we're going to do it for a long period of time, that would mean we will be serving a lot of people along the way. And the more people that you serve along the way, the more money you're going to make. So this is just a domino effect of everything. All right? So, wrong question. You should probably ask yourself, which of the following are you mostly inclined to? Are you into teaching? Because if yes, then you should probably do online courses or consultations. Are you into helping other people? Are you that type of person? Do you want to be there or to be around when someone asks for help? Then you probably are best put into a service-based business. Are you the entrepreneur type that just really want to sell something and then end the transaction already because you're an introvert? Then you probably are best put in e-commerce. All these things that you might want to ask yourself before choosing a specific branch in digital marketing and starting it. Okay? It's not always about how can I make the most money. Let me repeat. It's awesome that we have this avenue today, which is digital marketing, wherein we can pursue the things that we love. That's really cool. And if we're just going to use it to make money, we probably are asking ourselves the wrong question. We probably are getting into a path that we don't want to be in. That's why a lot of people get frustrated, because they go into this field thinking that they can make a lot of money. Well, yes, that's true. But the main reason why I'm producing this content, letting you know about digital marketing, letting you know about these things, is because I want you to understand that the avenue that we have right now is really cool because, whatever you want to do in life, like literally whatever it is, you can make money out from it through digital marketing. You have that option now. You can't just finish college, or gone are the days where you're just waiting for your college studies to be over before you can make money from whatever it is that you want to do. And some of us are also stuck in a college degree that we don't want. Some of us are stuck in jobs that we don't want. Gone are the days that you can still allow yourself to be stuck in the cog like that. You can actually get out and create a life for yourself. And so manage to do that. Okay? Alrighty. That was an awesome talk. I'm going to stretch my arms. Ooh. I woke up late today and I had a really good breakfast because I was so tired of recording videos yesterday. I actually just recorded one, but the idea of setting this up a long time and making sure that the lights are on, the everything technical is already set up. I don't even know where I put my SD cards, and so I had a problem of reformatting all those horrible things, technical stuff that you need to ensure before you can actually record a video podcast. I was super tired yesterday, and then I woke up today and had a really wonderful breakfast delivered to my bed, cooked and delivered to my bed through my wonderful partner. And so that just makes me so happy I was able to rest today, because I usually do wake up early to prepare breakfast and his baon to work. I do that every day, and just like yesterday I was so super tired that I can't just get up right early. So he did the husband duties and was able to cook breakfast for me, so I really had a really good morning. Wala lang, share ko lang. Um, and I hope that you are enjoying these episodes so far. I am enjoying them myself, but every time I produce one video podcast, after it, I'm just like physically drained. And so I need to recharge again, shut my mouth, do something before I'm going to be able to record another episode again. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to see you in the next one.